Hello everyone, welcome to biology class. We are under the topic human health and diseases, and in this particular video we'll be talking about infectious disease and their prevention. Some of the human diseases that are caused by protozoans also. You have definitely heard of malaria. It is a disease man has been fighting since many years. You have heard in the news is like that these malarial parasites, they are getting resistant from many antibiotics and the chloroquine substance. Malaria kills a child every 30 seconds, and 300 to 500 million cases you'll find for the malaria like every year. So malaria, they basically infect the blood. Okay, and they are this plasmodium, a very small tiny species of, and they are like Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium malariae and Plasmodium falciparum. They are the different strains of the Plasmodium, and they are fully responsible for the different types of malaria in human. Of these, malignant malaria is caused by the this falciparum species. This is most serious and they can be fatal. Now let us look about the life cycle of the Plasmodium. So, Plasmodium, it enters in the human body as a sporozoids through the bite of an infected female Anopheles mosquito, and then this parasite initially multiply in the liver cells and then it attacks the RBC. You can see over here this metazoids, they are the sporozoids and they enters into the RBC. They are dividing easily over here, and then it will be entered into the RBC, the red blood cells, and it causes the rupturing of RBCs also. So this is the life cycle wherein we are talking about. So once the rupture of RBC happens, they releases a toxic substance which is called hemozoin. Now this hemozoin is responsible for the chill and the high fever recurring every 3 and 4 hours. So this is very toxic substance which is released during this life cycle process. So basically what is happening over here is this male gametophyte and female gametophyte are developing inside the human body itself. Okay, so these parasites, they are first of all like dividing as a sporozoids, which was stored in the salivary gland of these mosquitoes, and from that it has enters through the mosquito bite a human. Then the sporozoites are introduced into the body, thereby it initiate the event again by dividing into the liver and then into the blood system. And these sporozoids, they initiate this particular event, and it is very interesting to note that this particular malarial parasites, it has two hosts. One is this particular mosquito and the another one is the human. So this female Anopheles mosquito, it acts as a vector. Now what is a vector? It is a transmitting agent too. It is helping in the transmitting. So you can see over here human host as well as the mosquito host. So this sporozoid, it is present in the female as well as in the mosquitoes too. Now, so asexual phase, as it is explained over here, this asexual phase and in the human occurs, and this female Anopheles mosquito, it acts as a vector, as you can see in the diagram. So what is happening? What are the different results here? Now this is the second disease, amoebiasis or the amoebic dysentery. It is caused by the protozoa again, and this is called Entamoeba histolytica. So this is the particular single cellular organism, Entamoeba histolytica, and it is causing amoebiasis or the amoeboid dysentery. So this particular protozoan is parasite. It's present in the large intestine of the human, and the symptoms are this. Here housefly act as a vector for the amoebiosis. So this housefly will go and sit into our food and food products, even in the drinking water, and then this food contaminated by the fecal matter, they are the main source. So we must maintain the public hygiene and the personal hygiene so that we can avoid these kind of diseases like common cold, typhoid, polio, diphtheria. So a normal taking care, the normal maintenance of personal hygiene can help us in preventing these kind of infections. periodic cleaning of disinfectant water reservoir. You must clean the social environment, clean the cesspools, clean the tank, clean the public areas, and through these measures we can actually avoid the transmitting diseases. Then food you should only consume which is cleaned, hygienically kept, okay, unless it is free from the microbe, it should not be consumed. So you can see that these foods they has to be taken care very importantly. They have to be make sure that they are avoid of all these causative infections or these vectors. It should be contaminated food and the water. They are the major source through which these mosquitoes or housefly they transfer that this sporozoid, they transfer that particular disease causing organism from one part to the another part. So they has to be taken care. We have to understand that the proper cleaning is required. Now, some precautions are also important in the light of the recent widespread of the vector-borne diseases like dengue, chikungunya, okay, and that has to be taken care. So this mosquito repellent and the wire mesh in the windows and door, they help us to preventing from there. So we like vaccines, and this immunization program is also happening with us. We are undertaking such a control measure to prevent the transmission disease such as malaria, filariasis, and transmitted by the mosquito vectors. So now these diseases like dengue and chikungunya, they are also transmitted by the mosquito vector called Aedes, A-E-D-E-S, Aedes mosquito. So this is a widespread incidence which is happening newly happening. So these are the small precautions or small taking care of the things, like we should not share our personal glass or the towels or even the comb. So this is a smallpox infection. This is a deadly infection. A large number of other infectious diseases are also there, like polio, diphtheria, pneumonia, tetanus. They are also controlled by a large extent by the use of the vaccines. Now, biotechnology is at a verge of making these available, safer vaccines, the antibiotics, and even the drugs. So the discovery of antibiotics and various other drugs has also enabled us to effectively treat these infectious diseases, this amoebiasis, malaria, and many more. So this discovery of vaccines is very important, and we'll be studying about this in the biotechnology chapter, the chapter number 12, like what vaccine is, how it is prepared. So this is all about this video. We'll be seeing you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day.